Tuesday 21st of August 2018. Before we jump into the news, we've got this article here. UK police chief admits failure to slow crime wave foretells future suffering for ordinary citizens. New head of the UK Police Federation, John Apter, spoke with The Independent, claiming that British citizens are being failed due to huge demand, budget cuts and lack of police resources. Right. Okay. Then they're not fit for purpose. They need disbanding completely and an uncorrupt group forming to create a new uncorruptible police force, because this lot are nothing but a bunch of traitors, and they've admitted they're not fit for purpose. So why the hell should we bother paying any council tax? They're not fit for purpose. Not that council tax goes towards them, but that's what you're led to believe. If they're not fit for purpose, why are we paying? Express, Bake Off, whoopie-doo. Whose vice-like grip on my life. So he's a pisshead. EU warned, don't risk a messy divorce. Jeremy Hunt, the massacre of the NHS, has warned. Esther, my heartfelt thanks to readers for raising £225,000 I will now spend on making sure that children are not as protected as they could have been, because Childline will hunt them down and shut them up. Star. Inside Jack and Danny's new pad. That's front page headlines. I have no idea. Corrie saved baby's life. Utter bollocks. Freddie Carr eaten by hamster. Rodent muscles munches mum's 25k motor. Daily fail. Cruise ship miracle. Britain was minutes from giving up. Dad reveals pain in her personal life. Crewman claims she didn't fall, she jumped. Exclusive. Breakthrough 5-minute treatment cures embarrassing conditions without surgery. Prostate hope for millions of over 50s. The Guardian. Resurgence of deadly measles triggers European health alert. I wonder where that's coming from then. Possibly all the immigrants. This is a disease that could be totally prevented by 2 doses of MMR vaccine, but we are seeing cases across all age groups. You mean MMR that carries all them viruses and poisons, and thanks to Monsanto will now also have glyphosate in it? I'd rather get the measles, but I will never get the measles because I keep myself trim and keep eating the good stuff, not this shit that they trying to force down us. Pope, we must root out evil from our church. Well, then the Pope's going to have to go for a start, because he's a child trafficking paedophile. The picture. All aboard. Jeremy Corbyn takes the wheel at the Alexander Dennis bus factory in Falkirk, Stirlingshire. The Labour leader is spending 4 days in Scotland promoting the party's Build It in Britain policy, and is hoping to expand his party's fortunes north of the border. Mirror. Jail crisis caused by the government privatising the jails. Let's not get too pissed around here and say it's G4S's fault, although it is G4S's fault. It's the government's fault for privatising them. Apparently Bake Off is headline news again. Cruise fall survivor. We have a jumper. Brits row before captain announced she was missing. Telegraph. Don't alter rules to elect Boris, Hague warns Tories. Party risks swamp of entricists. Don't know what that is. By giving grassroots too much say in leadership vote. Cruise fall survivor branded a stupid woman. 20 jails are as bad as Birmingham, says Minister. And it's just a coincidence that all them 20 are privatised. Nothing to see here, move along. Yes, the government privatised them and deliberately gave them to G4S, who's one of the major shareholders, just happens to be Theresa May's husband. But nothing to see here. Nothing to see at all. Go away. Don't pay any attention to the real news because we want you to buy into the propaganda. The Times. I drank 100 units in a week. What's that to brag about? Life with Mr. and Mrs. Superdry. Quaker Trust Group, Funds Group with ties to Ulster Terror. Roundtree backed charity linked to paramilitaries. What a shock. Measles cases hit record high in Europe. Better get the vaccines then, haven't we? You fall for that one. You deserve everything you get. Apprentice reversal. Theresa May has backed away from her pledge to create 3 million apprenticeships. Cruise Britain in row. Prisons drugs battle. Plot to oust PM. The Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull was fighting for his political life. Stock exchange blow. England woes mount. A fresh batch of hopefuls. How the hell is Bake Off headline news? Where have all the great white sharks gone? You've hunted them to extinction. Prisons at breaking point. Overcrowding blamed after minister steps in at private jail. If you weren't sending everyone to prison for victimless crimes, they wouldn't be overcrowded, would they? And there'd be plenty of room in for all the politicians then, and the royals, and the heads of the police, and the heads of the councils. There's plenty of room. We will make room for those bunch of scum. Robert Fisk on Yuri Avni, great hero of the Middle East. Another generation of arrogant, entitled royals. Animal welfare row over deal with Saudis. UK condemned for agreeing to sell non-stun slaughtered lambs to Saudi Arabia. Britain likely to face pressure from other trading partners to relax animal welfare rules as after EU withdrawal. No, there should be increased animal welfare rights, not reduced. But then again, when you're run by a bunch of Satanist Luciferian scum, what do you expect? Foreign Secretary and other treasonous traitor Jeremy Hunt warns that no deal Brexit would take a generation to heal ahead of meeting with Trump team in Washington. No, it wouldn't. We withdrew, repeal the 72 Act, we're out, we're done, we're sorted. Nothing to get over. Metro. Did rescued cruise Brit jump ship? Meltdown at Gatwick. Flights are missed as screens go wrong. Staff write departures on whiteboards. Novichok victim goes blind. Curses Royal Clangor. Proves who in the new Bake Off. Who gives a shit? Financial Times. Cryptocurrency backers vow to hold on despite the slide. Revealing door plagues auditing watchdogs. Can electric car makers end their reliance on cobalt? Venezuela in 95% currency devaluation as crisis mounts. Annual inflation stands at 80,000%. Apparently. Analysts dismiss plan as farce. Electric Avenue, city to prick street for ultra low emission vehicles only. Well, whose ever idea that is, they can stick it up their arse. We need rid of all governments, councils, police, at least them at the top, because they're Freemason scum, and judges and the courts. When that happens, we'll have a much, much better planet to live on.